Amidst uncertainty in a world in constant flux, one question lingers in our minds. Are we living in the end times? The answer is yes. As we look around, we see a planet filled with turmoil, unrest, and events that leave us perplexed. The signs match everything that has been said in the Bible. A moment of extraordinary faith. In a flash, devoted believers ascend, leaving a world stunned. Amidst confusion, a glimmer of hope emerges as the promise of divine rescue whispers, leading up to a momentous event. The Rapture calls, surpassing human understanding. The coming of Jesus is evident. From environmental crises and groundbreaking technology to social and political upheaval, the pieces of the puzzle align to indicate a profound shift. Get ready to dive into the mysterious forces shaping our world, compelling us to contemplate the path that lies ahead. 1. Increasing attacks on the Bible. Romans chapter 1 verses 18 to 19. The Bible, as a religious text, has faced increasing scrutiny and criticism. Some argue against its historical accuracy, question its moral teachings, or dismiss it as a product of human invention. These attacks challenge the authority and relevance of the Bible in contemporary society, leading to debates about its interpretation and the role it should play in shaping individual and collective values. 2. Increasing attacks on Jesus. Romans chapter 1 verses 18 to 19. There has been a rise in attacks on the person and teachings of Jesus Christ, both in academic circles and popular culture. Skeptics and critics question the historical authenticity of Jesus, challenge the validity of biblical accounts, and attempt to reinterpret his teachings through secular or non-religious lenses. These attacks can spark debates and discussions regarding faith, but also foster doubt and undermine religious beliefs. 3. Increasing apostasy in the church. 2 Timothy chapter 4 verses 3 through 5. The church has experienced a rise in apostasy, where individuals renounce or abandon their previously held religious beliefs. Factors contributing to this include skepticism, disillusionment with religious institutions, and disagreements with doctrinal interpretations. Apostasy challenges the unity and coherence of religious communities, leading to divisions and a reevaluation of traditional religious practices. 4. The proliferation of false Christs. Matthew chapter 24 verse 5. There have been instances of individuals claiming to be religious or spiritual leaders, even proclaiming themselves as the Messiah or a divine figure. These false Christs can deceive and mislead people, exploiting their vulnerabilities and distorting religious teachings for personal gain or power. 5. Increasing hedonism. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 4. Hedonism refers to the relentless pursuit of pleasure and self-indulgence. In many societies, there is a growing emphasis on immediate gratification, seeking pleasure without considering long-term consequences. This is evident in various forms, such as excessive consumption of alcohol and drugs, indulgence in sexual activities without commitment or responsibility, and a general disregard for moral boundaries. 6. Increasing influence of humanism. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 2. Humanism, an ideology that places human values, reason, and ethics at the center, is gaining influence in contemporary culture. It emphasizes human potential and advocates for the autonomy and rationality of individuals. This trend often leads to a diminishing emphasis on religious or spiritual beliefs, with a greater reliance on human reason and scientific knowledge as the guiding principles for decision-making and moral judgments. 7. Depraved entertainment. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 4. Entertainment forms that exhibit extreme or morally corrupt content are becoming more prevalent. Popular culture often showcases violence, explicit sexuality, and the glorification of destructive behaviors. This trend can desensitize individuals to unethical actions and lead to a distorted perception of what is acceptable in society. 8. Calling evil good and good evil. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 3 and Isaiah chapter 5 verse 20. There is a growing trend of moral confusion where societal norms and values are being inverted. Behaviors and actions that were traditionally considered immoral are now being justified or even celebrated, while those upholding traditional moral values are often labeled as intolerant or outdated. This distortion of moral judgment can lead to a chaotic and morally relativistic society. 9. Increasing use of drugs. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 3. Substance abuse, including the use of illegal drugs and the misuse of prescription medications, is on the rise. Factors such as societal pressure, stress, and the search for escapism contribute to this increasing trend. Drug addiction can have severe physical, mental, and social consequences, affecting individuals, families, and communities. 10. Increasing blasphemy. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 2. Blasphemy, the act of showing contempt or disrespect towards sacred beliefs or religious figures, is becoming more prevalent. Advances in communication technology and social media platforms provide a platform for individuals to express their blasphemous views more openly. This trend can create religious tensions and undermine the sense of reverence and respect within societies. 11. Increasing paganism. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verses 1 through 4. Paganism, a belief system that venerates nature and multiple deities, is experiencing a revival. Some individuals are turning away from traditional monotheistic religions and embracing pagan practices and rituals. This shift can be attributed to a search for spiritual connection, dissatisfaction with established religious institutions, or a rejection of perceived dogmas. 12. Increasing despair. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 1. Societies are witnessing a rise in despair and hopelessness among individuals. Factors such as economic uncertainty, social isolation, and mental health challenges contribute to this growing sense of despair. The fast-paced, competitive nature of modern life and the absence of meaningful connections can leave individuals feeling disconnected and overwhelmed. 13. Signs in the heavens. Luke chapter 21 verses 11 and 25. There have been various astronomical events that capture public attention, such as rare celestial alignments, comets, and eclipses. These events, often considered awe-inspiring and significant, can evoke a sense of wonder and reflection on the mysteries of the universe. 14. Increasing knowledge. Daniel chapter 12 verse 4. The advancement of technology and the accessibility of information have led to an exponential growth of knowledge. Scientific discoveries, technological innovations, and the sharing of information through the internet have transformed various aspects of society. This increased knowledge has the potential to empower individuals and societies, but also presents challenges in terms of information overload and discerning reliable sources. 15. Increasing travel. Daniel chapter 12 verse 4. Globalization and improved transportation systems have made travel more accessible to people around the world. This has resulted in an increase in tourism, migration, and cultural exchange. Travel exposes individuals to diverse perspectives, cultures, and experiences, fostering cross-cultural understanding and economic opportunities, but also presenting challenges such as environmental impact and cultural clashes. 16. The explosion of cults. Matthew chapter 24 verse 11. There has been a proliferation of cult-like groups and belief systems, often characterized by charismatic leaders and exclusive doctrines. These groups can exploit vulnerable individuals, exert undue influence, and manipulate their followers psychologically and emotionally. The rise of social media platforms has also facilitated the spread of cult ideologies, attracting individuals seeking a sense of belonging or answers to existential questions. 17. Increasing lawlessness and violence. Matthew chapter 24 verse 12. Societies are witnessing a surge in lawlessness and violence, both on individual and collective levels. Crime rates are escalating and acts of terrorism are occurring more frequently. Factors such as social inequality, political unrest, and economic instability contribute to this growing trend, resulting in a sense of insecurity and fear among people. 18. Increasing immorality. Matthew chapter 24 verse 37. Moral values and ethical standards are undergoing a decline in many parts of the world. There is a growing acceptance and normalization of behaviors that were previously considered immoral or taboo. Promiscuity, infidelity, and the erosion of traditional family structures are some examples of this increasing immorality, which is often fueled by changing social attitudes and a focus on individual gratification. 19. Increasing materialism. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2. Materialism, the pursuit of wealth, possessions, and worldly comforts, is on the rise. Consumerism and the desire for material goods have become dominant forces in society, often overshadowing spiritual or emotional well-being. The relentless pursuit of material wealth can lead to a sense of emptiness and dissatisfaction as individuals prioritize material possessions over more meaningful aspects of life. 20. Increasing instability of nature. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7 and Luke chapter 21, verse 11. The world is experiencing a rise in natural disasters such as hurricanes, earthquakes, floods, and wildfires. These events are some of the prominent signs of rapture. Climate change is believed to be a significant factor behind this increasing instability, with rising temperatures and changing weather patterns leading to more extreme weather events. The notion of living in the end times is both captivating and thought-provoking. While it is impossible to definitively determine if we are truly approaching the rapture, but signs and circumstances around us certainly invite speculation. The world is undergoing unprecedented changes, and it is natural for us to seek meaning and understanding amidst the chaos. Regardless of whether we are indeed living in the end times, what remains essential is our collective responsibility to address the challenges facing humanity. By recognizing the pressing issues at hand, from environmental degradation to social divisions, we can work toward creating a more sustainable and harmonious future. Contemplating the possibility of the end time should not lead us to despair, but rather serve as a catalyst for introspection and positive action. Let us strive to build a world that is resilient, compassionate, and equipped to face the uncertainties of the future. Together, we have the power to shape our destiny and leave a lasting legacy for generations to come. Subscribe to our YouTube channel now and join our community of curious minds. Stay updated with the latest thought-provoking content, engaging discussions, and captivating explorations.